And we have a visitor today who dropped by to see us, and that's Senator Clark Barnes.
Howdy.
Senator,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
Oh, it's a great day to be here.
And we got a special treat. Senator, could you tell us a little bit the year, the make, model, and talk a little bit about this car?
Sure. This is a 1928 Ford Model A. They call it a sport, or a coupe sport rather. And the reason they call it a sport is because we actually end up with vinyl all the way down the back side of the roof. That was the difference between the regular coupe and the sport coupe. It is a very bright green now, as you notice. The original green that came with Fords was a deeper green. When I bought the car in '04, it had been primed, so it was gray, but the firewall was still green. So we know that the original car was green. By the way, everything matches. All the serial numbers match on this vehicle. So the way it came out of the factory is the way it is today. Certainly very simple to operate, very simple to work on. They knew how to do it back then. As you can see, that's a very, very simple motor. There, it's an inline 4. And you just about the only thing you have there is a generator, a water pump, of course an engine block, some spark plugs, coil, and for an ignition system, and that's about it. A lot of times parts were carried back then, and most of the people that own these actually could work on them themselves. Of course, some of the chrome and all we've added that certainly wasn't standard on the vehicle, so we've dressed it up a little bit.
Now, how about tires and things like that, Senator? Are they hard to come by when you need parts?
Actually, the Model A is such a popular vehicle. It's been restored by so many people, and there are actually literally thousands of them around the country. And there is an outfit that we deal with just across the river from Wheeling, here in West Virginia, that supplies us with everything. When we did the restoration on this, even the upholstery, which looks identical to the original upholstery that was in it, you want to get a shot of that? Everything actually came from that distributor, and they keep it just as original as they possibly can. There's a control over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is your spark, and the faster you want to go, the actually more spark that you give it. So when you're running slow, you set it at about medium spark. If you want to get a little more speed out of it, you turn the spark up, give it a little more electrical charge there. And the starter is actually down here on the floor. I don't know if you'll be able to get that with your camera or not. Green button right up there. You still have a key. You do turn the key on before you hit the starter button on it. This button over here is actually the choke for when you have the cold days. All right, here's your gas gauge, and you actually fill the vehicle right here. I don't know if you can see it from there. It'll hold, I believe, about 7 or 8 gallons of fuel. And this is your speedometer. The top speed, if you're running on flats, probably about 50 miles an hour. You probably don't want to do more than about 35 with it.
Come around here, and Senator's going to check out what we call the rumble seat.
This is the rumble seat here. Father-in-law, who put a lot of the elbow grease in restoring this, he calls this the mother-in-law seat. I don't know why he calls it that, but I have my suspicions. You actually have a step right here, and then another step on the fender, and then you just step right over into the seat, and you're here. Now, if it's a rainy day, and there's 3 of you, somebody's going to get stuck back here in the rumble seat in the rain.
And Bruce, do you want to try out the rumble seat?
I don't think I can get up in the rumble seat.
I'm not sure I can get out of it.
Well, I can help you out.